Now, let's start to create the final part, recipes detail. As before, let's go to the Ape Studio and find the contract recipes training, add a module, input the name, recipe, and new. The process of recipe, it is quite similar with the invoice issue. Firstly, let's switch to the standard editor and use table layout. And it includes like contract name, contract client, amount of this production, and original. Now, for the contract name, as before, we use the system data. Let's quickly add the control for each field. Sorry, this is a for name. Select following application, contract recipes training, summary, empty. And contract number, client, amount, we use the text box, and the link this control with the contract name. Data, recipes training, summary, current control, data, summary, client, only same as before. Okay, let's check. So for the font name, and let's check. Okay, and for the amount, we need to select the format as number. Okay. And for the amount of this collection, remark at time of collection, these three fields are needed to filled by the operator. The number and remark. For the time of collection, we select the date tag format. Okay. And for the operator, the same. We use system data. and commonly used user, current user. The same as we. Okay, for the new recipes which we already created, let's switch to the list. For the list, for the filter control, we can select time of collection as the filters, and more filters you can set by yourself. And for the list control setting, maybe you can add more fields here and adjust the order. And you can set the sortable view and set the default sort. The very same as before. And save. Action, the same. Permission, give it to all users. And the next step, let's configure the menu. Find the contract recipes training and add submenu as before. So, recipe and select the module creating management. Click here. Find any detail one and insert authority and submit. Let's log out and log in again. And go to the contract recipe, and you can find the recipes detail here. And there's no data. And you also need to add the statistic block at this too. We go back to the App Studio, open the recipe detail, go to the list, and turn on statistics. The first one, we count the contract number. Second one, see when we select total amount of this collection and save. Okay, let's refresh. And you can find there are two statistics blocks here. And for the next step, same as the invoice issue, we need to create a workflow or send data to this part, to the recipes part, to the recipes detail part, and then update the amount due and amount received here. Of course, the collection status as well. Same as before, we go to the workflow, find the form design, new form, input the name, recipe, category, finance, save. And this table is similar with this table. It likes the what we do in the invoice issuing part. So let's quickly do it. final one. And for the contract name, data is totally same as the one we created just now. Okay. And number. Number. Client. Number. User format, number, and the amount of this collection. Number, and remark. And for the operator, user. The final one is the time of collection. Okay. Okay, it's totally the same with what we do just now. And let's check. Yeah, correct. And then we will create a table behind this table to update the information in summary is about the amount due, amount received, and the collection status. This is what I want to highlight in this part. First one is amount received. For the amount received, as before, we need to get the current one firstly. Use the text box, get the current one. Source and the system data, contract recipes training, summary, and amount received. Select the parent control as contract name. So we delete the column here. We can add the column. And amount received. Now we need to calculate the new amount received. So let us sort population. The new amount received equal to the amount received current plus amount of this collection, right? Okay. Yep. The next one is amount due. So as before, we need to get the amount due, the current amount due. Find the contract recipes trainee, summary, and amount due. Contract name. And now we calculate the new amount due. Select source. Existing data of population. The new amount due equals to the amount due current. The amount due current minus amount of this collection. And for the next one is the collection status. For the collections data, we need to write down the SQL as before. Let's sort out the logic. When the amount received equal to 0 means not received, right? The number 1. And when the amount received equals to the amount contract amount means received or received, right? The number 3. Else is number 2, partially received. So let's write them. SQL. Amount received update data 11, and amount of this collection is data 5. Sorry, the amount of not received is data 11, and contract amount is data 4. 11 and 4. Let's go to source, find SQL configuration. Select this one data 11 goes to 0. Then we use the identification 1. When data 11 equals to data 4, then 2 else, oh sorry, 3 out 2 and verify this correct and confirm. Let's check. Now we select. Let's stop there. Now, how about we'll collect the 20,000, and let's see the amount received 20,000, and amount due update 20,000, because the new one is equals to the current one minus amount of this collection. Input collections data 2. Yeah, perfect. Let's see. The amount due, new amount due equals to the amount due minus amount of this collection. Perfect. And we need to select the format as number. We use the same format. And for the next step, as before, we need to hide this. Find the form and find the condition of display. Insert like the contract number equals to S as before, confirm, and save. Preview. Perfect. Now, let's create the workflow. Workflow design, new flow, new recipe. Finance, new recipe. Yeah, the one we create just now, and finance category create. And for the basic information, we set the date and 6-digit number. Title as contract name. Amount of this collection. Let's preview. Perfect. Save settings. And for the node setting, as before, we do not add a new node. And for the operator, we'll select everyone. Setting and field. Contract name, we need to select. Contract number, client amount, link with the contract name, and amount of collection required. Remark operator with one account user. Okay, kind of this collection. Save. And with the invoice issuing part. And the next one is outsend data. This is the crucial part as well. And firstly, we need to outsend data to the recipe detail part. And internal system, select the module, recipes detail, and match the information here. Number list collection, amount, operator, time collection. And for the next step, we need to update the data in the summary. Here, internal system, and select the update. Select the update all relation field as before, and any recipe detail, summary. And here we select the match the module data. And here we select the contract name. And now we match the field. Amount received update to amount received, match with amount received. And amount due, collection status, and save. As before, we get the monitoring to myself. Oh, and finish. Let's go to the new request. And on the finance, we find the new recipe training. Now select the contract. And for this collection, maybe we can use like 20,000. And select my collection and submit. Okay, let's go to the contract recipes detail to check. For the recipes detail, you can find there is a new record here. And for the summary part, you can see the amount due changed, amount received changed, and the collection status becomes partially received. That's all for the recipes detail.